I sharing this with you today? I didn't go to one school or two schools or three schools. I wish I could have went to a nice district like this with great leaders like you have, but I actually went to 12 different schools by the 8th grade. By the 10th grade, I was in my 19th different school, and I would have given up had it not been for one man who instilled this one word in me called vision. Everybody say vision. Everybody say game plan. Second half. Mr. Hutchinson would sit us down. He would bring all the 6th grade boys and he would say, it's possible. He would pull out his degree and show us a degree. Many of us had never seen a college degree. He would feed us lunch and we liked that. But he instilled inspiration because inspired people inspire people. And long story short, I was the first one in my family. Though I was a remedial student, I was in the bottom of the class. I struggled reading. I went from remedial reading to graduating from the University of Southern Cal with the highest overall grade point average on my team, Dean's List, academic All-American nominee, academic all Pac-12. Why am I sharing this? Because as I stood graduating, my mother was in that crowd and she wasn't on drugs or alcohol anymore. She was living a great second half. She had tears in her eyes. And as I walked across that stage and as I made a speech, my mother was so proud. And she was proud not because of a football game. She was proud because I was graduating and she was making noise that only my mom could make. And it's nothing like making mom proud. Let's give moms and grandmas a big hand clap.
Keith Davis is one of the most inspiring, engaging speakers I've ever seen. He literally moves the room. Everyone throughout is like gasping when they see him. He's moving around. And I think he brings this incredible story of like his background, what he's done, his work as an NFL player, how he's helping youth, how he's helping the future generations. And I recommend him for any audience that's looking to be inspired, engaged, to move forward, and to feel like you can accomplish any task, any goal.
I had the opportunity to see Keith Davis tell his story, and the excitement and energy that he brought to the room was so contagious. We were literally in the moment with him, like feeling the energy and the excitement that he was doing. Like we were there. It was amazing. It was powerful. You gotta have Keith put you in the moment with him. It was incredible.
I'm so tired. You're tired. How can I inspire? I'm tired. I have this meeting and that meeting and this class and these kids and and then I'm a wife or I'm a husband. I have my own kids. And I'm tired. But I can see it coming into view. Can I say this? The season is starting. It's game time. The NFL games are on, but forget about the NFL season. What's happening is your season is happening now. And guess what? You're going to be tired. Can I make an announcement? The world is run by tired people. I've learned about being tired. I learned from my mother. One day I was 10 years old and I ran to her and I said, Mom, please let me play football. The only problem was I was a real short, fat, chubby little kid. I didn't look like this. It was only this first day of practice and I looked at my mom and I said, Mama, I don't want to play football no more. He too mean. Everybody laughing at me. I was all chubby, I couldn't sit up there. I was waiting for her to put her arm around me and say, that's okay, baby. Like she always did. You can quit, let me give you a little hug. But for some reason that day, my mother didn't. My mother stopped. She looked me in the eyes for about 30 seconds. And my mother, she's recently passed away. And she lived a wonderful second half. But she said something in that moment to change my life. She stopped for about 30 seconds and she looked me in the eyes and she said, boy, them people got my $50. You better get your little rear end out on that football field. My mama taught me the greatest lesson I ever learned. Winners never quit. I can't hear you. Winners never quit. And today, though you may be tired, you can't quit because you have a gift. You're not here today because you have a job. You're here today to go to work. I can tell when I go to do school districts and people are this just there because they got a job. Then I can tell when people come to work. Do you know there's a difference? Let me explain just real quick. A job is when you come and you do what you were paid to do. Work is when you come and you're doing what you feel like you were born to do. A job, they pay you for your training and your skill. But when you come to work, they paying you for your gift. I may be a math teacher, science teacher, and that's my training, but I got a gift to give hope, to give encouragement, to give inspiration.
Keith is absolutely outstanding. He has this contagious, infectious energy that just makes you want to get up out of your seat. And I just feel like even in a short amount of time, he will knock your socks off. He's just so inspiring. He's actionable, and he uses the stage as if he's honestly like on this massive football field, and he makes you also feel like you're talking directly to each other. So if you have the chance to work with him, definitely do. He is amazing on stage as well as off, and it would be a blessing for you to work with Keith.
I was in the front row when I was seeing Keith going on fire. I'm gonna tell you, electrifying, life-changing. You can see everybody on the chair standing up, being inspired, being energized, but above all things, being called to action.
You resist change, you resist creative ideas, you're stagnant, stuck on a routine. An institutionalized person is like a person who shows up like an empty FedEx box. Just, they're there every day, but they're not there. Where's all the drive? Where's the passion? That's what we need on our team, right? To win. Where is it at? It was there, but you got institutionalized. You've been here 10, 15, 20 years. Institutionalized. I'm not sharing this with you today because if you are in the institutional stage or the crystallized stage, how do you get the passion back? You have to do what everyone does. You have to go back to the beginning. If you want to find the real meaning in the United States government, they always go back to the Constitution and say, show me a new vision. Help me to see in this kid what nobody else saw in them. And then once I get the revelation, then I got inspiration. I come to work with new energy, new ideas, new zeal, new passion, and it's all new, and it's exciting, and it's exciting to be there, and it's exciting to be a part of it.
It's amazing. There are people who are good with words, and there are people who are good with performance. He's good at both. In a very short amount of time, he used those words, the rhythm, then he put on a physical performance. It was magical. I was blown away. So I'm a big fan of Keith.
And today, as you prepare, and the day your class doors open, there will be many students who show up who've had some bad first halves. And some of you in this crowd are like me. You know what it's like because you've had a bad first half. But I got good news. I came to make one announcement. And my announcement before all of the staff in Tyler ISD is that no matter what's happened in a child's life in their first half, every single child and every person can have a great second half. Everybody say second half.